Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Huddle. I'm Levi Jenkins.
Where we talk about football.
Oh,
That's alright.
rough day, rough night. Obviously, I don't have headphones or a mic. I'm not using my computer tonight. Um, Everything's broken or dead. So, who cares? Nothing to talk about. It's mock draft time here again on the Huddle because it is obviously the NFL draft. And just by the time this out, I'm not even sure. Maybe a day or two. We might be in the third round of the draft. Who knows? Depends when Elijah put this out. But we're going to start it off with one last 7 round. What am I trying to say?
One last first round.
No.
Only 32 teams.
Oh, are we doing the 32 team or the Steeler draft?
Oh, we'll do the Steeler draft. I'm
We'll
sorry.
do the Steeler draft. We're doing a 7 round mock draft here of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
And I'm ready when you are, Elijah, because we're getting straight to it.
Yep.
It's already simulated the pick 21 for me. We have some offers.
I'm going to say no.
Okay, well, I guess because we're doing it on separate things. So
Yeah.
we're rejecting them. The Bills were giving us pick 30 and pick 56 for our 21 and 158 or 185, which isn't terrible.
Wait, yeah, let's look at this.
Oh, Philly's giving us 32 and 64 in an extra second. I already rejected both of them, so
Okay.
too late at this point.
Yeah.
So on the board, Milrow, Jackson Dart was available. Who took
I got Shedeur.
Shedeur? You still have Shedeur?
Yeah. Let's
Then
just go
screw
based
my
off.
thing. Let's just go based off of yours.
All
We're drafting Shedeur first round.
right. Wow, okay.
Oh, if he's available, Dart is going to New Orleans. Like, that's basically what every NFL person is saying. Now, another insider reporter said Shedeur had one of the most cocky, worst interviews of all time that he's ever seen. What does that mean? Who cares? I think Shedeur is the best person for us available here. He should have been top 3 in some people's mocks. Who would you take in this situation? And don't say defensive tackle.
No, I wanted defensive I don't want Shedeur Sanders. There's nothing about him that makes me want him. Other than
Okay.
his last name.
All right. Straight out of college, tell me this. Would you rather have Kenny Pickett or Shedeur Sanders?
I would rather have Kenny Pickett. He's a winning quarterback, though. He's
What did
actually
Kenny
done
Pickett?
things.
He won the ACC.
Yeah,
he won the
Shedeur-
ACC.
What did Shedeur do? Nothing.
Oh,
Absolutely nothing.
What was it, 12 and 13? 0 for 1 in bowl games.
Yeah. He's buns.
Take away accolades,
He's got
statistic-wise,
his arm is bun.
film-wise.
He's smart, but his arm
He's smart.
is nothing
It's not.
great.
Neither was Kenny's. So tell me in this situation, you don't have a quarterback, right? Omar Khan said we have 2 on the roster right now. He wants to have 4 by the start of the regular season. We have Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson. Tell me why Shedeur's a bad pick here. If he sucks, he sucks, and we move on just like we did with Kenny Pickett.
But why would
And we find ourselves in the same situation.
Why would we waste that first round pick then? Why don't we go for a defensive
Who's
tackle?
available on your thing?
Okay, I'll read the top we'll do like the top 10 or something. Shedeur, Michael Williams, which is kind of crazy.
No, we're not talking about the Wolves.
Nick Emenwari, Josh Simmons, Tyler Booker, Walter Nolan, Gray Zabel, Nick Scorton.
You just named all the positions that we don't need. We need
No,
quarterback or
Walter
defensive
Nolan.
line.
Yeah, Walter
That's,
Nolan's there.
and I wouldn't even think. I think Mason Graham's better than Walter Nolan.
Yeah,
personally.
sure. And Kenneth Grant is still available. He's kind of far down, but I still think I don't know why he's so far down. I just don't want Shedeur Sanders at all. I think it's just a waste of a pick. We can
I think
get
you're
Will
wrong.
Howard. If our goal is to try out this quarterback, then why don't we just go for Will Howard in the third round if we're just trying out to see if maybe he's good? You know what I mean? I would draft a quarterback knowing that he's going to be good. This guy has too many questions. The only thing special about him is his last name. He's like
What's special about Will Howard compared to Shedeur Sanders?
nothing. He won a national championship. That's what's special about him.
J.J. McCarthy won a national championship.
Right.
Stenson Bennett won, I think, two or three national championships. Where is he at?
I didn't say they were good, though. I'm not saying that they're good. I'm not saying.
So what tells you that's Will Howard?
I'm not.
Okay, but I think we can address other positions. You know how we are drafting other positions later around in the draft. If Shedeur is the best option for a quarterback need,
he's not.
Who is? Who is?
The best option is Mason Rudolph. Cam Ward would be the only other option in this.
Mason Rudolph. He's back. He's wearing number 2.
Yeah, he is back. He's back.
I do have some insane Steeler jerseys.
You do.
Like random ones.
Just the most random.
Like not even. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't see. I'll take him for this draft, but that's the last. I would take Jackson Dart over Shedeur Sanders.
I think,
but I wouldn't.
I think the closer we get, Jackson Dart might just be another Kenny Pickett, Zach Wilson, Kyle Allen type of guy.
Don't you think that's what Shedeur is? Except he's not white. You know. I think Shedeur has. If Shedeur can go into the NFL with this sort of confidence or arrogance, at this point, throw him on the field week 1 and see if he can do it. If he sucks, you bench him. Yeah. Trade him, cut him, whatever you want to do. Listen, every single year, unless we do a trade, we have a first-round pick. I'm not saying we go about wasting them, but if Shedeur's here, why wouldn't you take him? Why wouldn't you? That's a huge waste.
What if he turns out to be the best quarterback in the draft class?
What if Will Howard turns out to be the best quarterback of all time?
Then we can always draft Will Howard later on in the draft.
That's my point.
But Will Howard is not day 1 starting caliber. We need a day 1 starting caliber quarterback.
No, Shedeur is not a day 1 starting quarterback.
I think he could beat out Mason Rudolph in a quarterback duel.
Mason Rudolph is not good. Anyone could beat him out. Freaking Zach Wilson could beat him out.
Okay, so you just proved my point. Exactly. Okay, don't hate on Mason like that.
Yeah, I don't. I love Mason.
But you just proved my point, right? What tells you that Will Howard should start over Mason Rudolph?
What tells you Shedeur should? What has Shedeur done over Will Howard?
You just said anybody can beat.
Yeah, but I'm saying Shedeur Sanders is not. We're wasting a pick first round for Shedeur Sanders, who could do the same exact thing as Will Howard, who we can get in fourth round.
Take who you want. We're 8 minutes into this episode.
I'll take Shedeur just for you. I'm taking Shedeur.
No. Don't take Shedeur. We'll take Will Howard later on. No, don't take Shedeur. Okay, all right. Fine. Is he taken or no?
No, I'm going to take. Who do you want, Walter Nolan or Kenneth Grant? Or anybody else?
Goodness. You make me sick.
I can't believe you want Shedeur Sanders. What is special about him? His last name is...
He can throw the ball better than any other quarterback on our roster. That's not saying much, but it's better. It's absolutely better.
Well, why would you waste
absolutely better. Oh my goodness. So tell me this, right? Tell me this is your... If you have Kadarius Toney, right? You have... Give me another terrible wide receiver.
Deontay Johnson.
You have Deontay Johnson, Kadarius Toney. I need another one.
Allen Robinson right now.
How about Cowboys Allen Hurns?
Yeah,
those are your 3 receivers, right? And out of nowhere, I need a super mid receiver. Comes Juju Smith-Schuster, right?
Yeah.
You need help in that wide receiver core. Why wouldn't you sign Juju if he's better than all of them?
But Shedeur is not better. Shedeur is not he's at best equal talent to Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph has an arm. Shedeur does not have an arm.
Did Kenny Pickett have an arm?
No, but I just...
Did we draft him at 20? Did we draft him when we were quarterback needy at 20?
Why would we make the same mistake? I'm
going to say the point that I did a few weeks ago. The Broncos, the Browns, they make the same mistake every other year until the Broncos found their guy. They now have Bo Nix. They took a risk on Bo Nix. People would argue Shedeur Sanders is better than Bo Nix when they were in their college days.
Okay, here's what you have to understand. The Steelers...
That Oregon-Colorado game didn't necessarily say that, but...
Yeah, okay. The Steelers suck at developing quarterbacks. Am I wrong?
Here's the big thing. No, okay. We've had one quarterback in the last 20 years. One.
Yeah. We drafted Mason Rudolph. He really has not done anything. Landry Jones was supposed to take over. He didn't.
They never had a
Josh
chance.
Dobbs.
They were never supposed to take over.
Mason
They were
Rudolph
depth
had a
guys.
chance. Mason Rudolph had a chance. He was supposed to take
And
over.
he had his chance, and he took it, but we didn't choose to resign
because
him.
we
So
couldn't
that's on
develop
us.
him. We couldn't
And
develop
guess
him.
who walked back to the Steelers? Guess who we said, hey, come back, we want you back, right?
Yeah, okay.
So we had a chance. He can prove he can start. He can absolutely prove that he can start. But
Sure.
tell me right now, do you think Benton, TJ Watt, and Cam Hayward can cut up or can make up for the lack of in that defensive line, that inner defensive lineman position? Or do you think Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson can make up for the lack of quarterback in our team?
I think Mason Rudolph and Will Howard can make up for the lack in our quarterback.
Then take Will Howard now. Take Will Howard now.
No,
Who says?
that's my point.
I'm
We
telling
can
you
take
right
him
now,
third round.
we are not going to get him in the third round. I
Yes,
guarantee
we
you,
are.
we won't get him in the third round.
100%. I'll put $2 on it. No. We don't bet.
We don't bet. We're 18. Mason Graham. Wait, is he available or no?
Yes, he is. Yeah, Mason Graham and Walter
Mason
Nolan
Graham's
are-
still available.
No. Sorry, Kenneth Grant. I always get those two mixed up because they're from Michigan.
Oh my god.
He's not available.
So Derek Harmon's not even available on your draft.
No, he's not. But
Take who you want.
Walter Nolan.
Take who you want. If we walk out of this draft with a quarterback not before the first 5 rounds,
Okay, I just don't think that Shedeur Sanders is any more valuable than. Let's look at this list. Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart, Tyler Show, Will Howard, Quinn Ewers, Dylan Gabriel, Ryan.
all right.
Leonard,
Last
Kyle
thing,
McCord.
I have 30 seconds, and then we're taking our pick.
Okay,
Give me 15.
sure.
Tomlin likes Shedeur a lot.
Don't care.
Scout says Milroe's really, really good at running the football. I think we know that.
Yeah.
Who do you think's a better passer?
Better passer, Shedeur, because he's smarter.
Okay. Who's a
And
better
that's it.
passer between Will Howard and Shedeur?
I mean, I feel like Will Howard. He won a national championship. Either way, they're
Okay.
both.
Take
I would
take your
consider them
defensive
both. I consider them both game managers. Okay, I'll take my defensive tackle.
your defensive tackle.
Kenneth Grant, 21.
Okay. Terrible pick.
It's a great pick. I
All right.
I can't believe
We don't have round 2. Where are we at round 3?
round 3. Here's what we're looking at. Wow. Okay. Our top players are Caleb Johnson, Kyle Williams, Barrett Carter, Terrence Ferguson, Shamar Turner, blah 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 blah. Cam Scatabo is there. Let's see. Let's look at quarterback. Will Howard is still available. Yeah. Ollie Gordon is still there. Well, let's talk about what we need. We need running back, quarterback.
I don't think Caleb Johnson necessarily fits what we want.
Yeah, I don't know that I would take him.
I don't know if Scatabo is necessarily what fits what we want.
No, I don't think so either. Here's the thing.
He's a hard runner. He's like Warren. He's White Warren, honestly.
Yeah.
Like-
Ollie Gordon is projected 126, and we're at 83 right now. So we could probably wait.
I'm telling you right now, right?
Okay.
Telling you right now. If you do not draft Will Howard, he will not be there round 4.
No, you're right because he. Yeah.
So you're telling me. So you're. I just want to make this. I just want to make
in
this clear,
draft,
right?
In this draft. In this
draft, Shedeur could realistically go top 5
Sure.
easily without some of the free
You wanna
agent
know
signings
why?
and quarterback position.
You want to know
Shedeur
why?
could have went. Why?
Because the Saints, their quarterback's hurt. So who do they got?
No
Who do
one.
they got? No one. Exactly. So that's why you draft one, because your quarterback's hurt, and they need a future quarterback.
I'm just telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Why, if Shedeur could have potentially, or still can, Shedeur can go at 2 for all we know. Browns could draft him. Shedeur could go top 5, right? And we have him at 21 sitting there for the taking. We don't take him. We don't
You know
take
why
him.
what's the reason why
We
he
pass
in
him
the
off.
top 5?
Why would you take Will Howard a round or 2 earlier, risking that he won't be there later because you didn't take a quarterback early on in the draft? Doesn't make sense. To me.
No, to me because
I don't know why you would reach on Will Howard whenever you have
Why would
Shedeur, who fell back to you.
You can't reach because I see the talent. Will Howard is the same talent to me as Shedeur Sanders. The only difference is Shedeur Sanders has a last name that everybody knows, and he played with a wide receiver named Travis Hunter, who probably made him famous, if you ask me.
I don't have anything against Will Howard. I don't. Remember, we talked about this before we were even for Shedeur Sanders. We said Will Howard is kind of like reminds us of a Big Ben almost. He could end up being that.
Yeah.
I don't see Will Howard growing or learning anything from any of the quarterbacks on our roster.
I mean, I don't see Shedeur wanting to learn because he's such. I mean, that personality.
Yeah, he's arrogant. Yep. But if he could go in starting day one, he doesn't have to learn.
Dude, you know
as much as Will Howard would.
Does the name Josh Rosen ring a bell to you? That dude was arrogant, and you know what happened to him? I don't know.
Dolphins legend.
He's gone. He's gone. You don't even know where he is anymore.
All right.
He said, "I'm gonna make
my 30 seconds went away 4 minutes ago. So we're in round 3.
Yep, Will Howard is there. He's probably gonna be gone next round.
Take him then. Pass up Ollie Gordon. Pass up a corner.
Well, Ollie Gordon will be there 4th round. I guarantee.
Okay. Then take
Will Howard.
Take Will Howard in the 3rd round. Absurd.
He's a 3rd round talent quarterback.
Shedeur's a 1st.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, sure. Or a 2nd. He could go 2nd. Okay, Ollie Gordon's still there.
Sure. Okay. And round
from
4?
Virginia Tech is still around at quarterback. He's projected better than Ollie Gordon.
Who is?
Tootin from Virginia Tech. I don't know how to say his first name. Bashul. And Damian Martinez is projected. I don't know how to say it.
Oh, Damian Martinez, low-key a dog, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he's low-key a dog.
They're projected higher than Ollie Gordon, and Ollie Gordon is still around.
But we like Ollie Gordon, that's the thing.
Yeah.
What's the cornerback room looking like?
Cornerbacks, we are looking at, and they're not even like top 10 on the list, because Jack Sawyer is still around, which is crazy. Let me look at cornerbacks.
He plays defensive end, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we go get him? That's the thing that I think.
No, I'm not saying we should get him. No, I'm not saying
I'm saying we could.
Oh, okay. I mean, he would fit, like, honestly. Okay,
let me read. He could be that.
Yeah, he could be the TJ replacement. Well, I guess Herbig is, but I don't even know. Is he interior? Or?
He's listed as an edge, but he's a defensive end.
Okay, so he's like
interior. So he plays on the. I don't think he would mix with our defense. Like he's not like he's not the Cam Hayward and Larry Ogunjobi left end, right end. You know. So all right, pass up on him.
Yeah, our corners are Corey Black, Tommy Hill, Justin Wally, Caleb Ransaw, and Zaw Frazier, who
out of UTSA,
would
right?
be there next round. Yes, Frazier would be there next round, as projected here. So, Upton Stout still would be there. There's a lot of
wait on a corner. Draft Ollie Gordon.
Yeah. Okay,
Which I don't even know if we need a running back.
No, we do.
Like we might be the team that pulls off. Like, what if Kenneth Gainwell? Like, I don't know.
That's true. No, you're right about that part. I'll say Kenneth Gainwell is kind of underrated.
I don't know if it's a necessity. It's definitely a need. I don't know if it's a.
It would be nice to have. I think 2 Oklahoma State running backs and an Oklahoma State quarterback.
Take him.
Ollie Gordon.
Will Howard in the 3rd is absurd.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Anybody but Russ, though.
Dellinger.
Anyone but Russ.
Dellinger.
Garrett.
Dellinger.
LSU. Guard.
He's there. Honestly, I would not.
We're in the 5th, right?
Yeah, we're in the 5th round.
How is he still there?
I'm not sure, but I'll read off the rest: Dylan Gabriel, Riley Leonard, Thomas Fedone, Kyle. I don't even know. He's running back, so we don't need him. Seth McLaughlin, who is a center for the Ohio State. I mean, safeties there: Craig Woodson, linebacker Cody Steinman, Jalen Lane, Virginia Tech wide receiver, Justin Wally, cornerback Minnesota, Jack Kaiser, Notre Dame, but
we don't need an inside linebacker. No. He's a dog, but we don't need him. Yeah. I would say at maybe Dellinger will go.
And he even fell according to this draft, so.
I think he'd value McCormick, he could go maybe for his position, or even Sam Olive if he gets hurt again. Or
yeah. I think it's a nice for depth reasons too.
Sure,
All
good.
Right, fine with Garrett Dellinger. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Bro's still salty about the freaking.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
I'm not mad about Will Howard. I just don't understand why you would pass up Shedeur if he's there.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Because
that
listen, if he had, all right, here we go. Number 1 overall is going to be Cam Ward.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 2.
I swear, if you say Ashton Genty,
They're dumb. They're dumb if they don't go Travis Hunter here.
Yeah, but Abdul Carter is. There's no way he falls again like in our last draft.
Why would they draft him? They need to go after offense.
Right. No,
that needs to be the priority.
I think so too.
Even though,
so
or do they trade? Or they need to go offense. So Ashton Genty. I mean, come on. Nah.
That's such a reach, though.
It is.
I mean, not a reach.
But realistically, he's going 6. So he is a top 5 talent.
You're right. No, you're
right.
right.
All right. Let's go Hunter. I think that's what they'll end up doing.
All right. Travis Hunter, number 2. All right. Giants.
If they don't take Will Campbell, they'd go Membo. I don't think they're reaching on Membo.
No.
They need a defensive tackle. I think they might go Mason Graham here.
Mason Graham?
Yeah.
Even with Sexy Dexy?
That's what I don't like. They have a good defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
They need offensive line help. And they need.
Yeah.
So, I think they would rather try to get Travis Hunter.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like Travis Hunter will probably end up a Giant over a Brown. It's just draft order. Even though both 2 and 3 Browns and Giants said they're willing to trade out.
Mm-hmm.
So, who cares? This is a nobody mock draft.
Yeah. So, what are we thinking?
What are we doing?
I say I don't know.
Just go Mason Graham.
Sure. It's the Giants.
I mean, they need. Anyway. Nobody's taking a guard at 3.
No. All right. Mason Graham?
Mason Graham's off the clock, yeah. I think it's Will Campbell or Abdul Carter here. What are you prioritizing more? A defense or your quarterback?
Yeah, I would focus on your face of your franchise, which is Drake May right now. So
Will Campbell at 4 to the Patriots.
Yep.
Jags are on the clock. They need defensive tackle, tight end, corner, offensive tackle, wide receiver. They could take Genty here. Realistically, they could take Genty here. I don't think it's happening. They might go Membo, or they might go Will Johnson.
Oh yeah. I would say Will Johnson probably makes more sense. I don't think their cornerbacks are that good. So Will Johnson.
Will Johnson to the Jags.
All right, this one I don't think Ashton Genty's getting passed up here.
No, not if it's 6. Right where he belongs. No, I'm joking. But Genty is a Raider. Jets. Abdul Carter falling again. But I think Membo goes here.
Yeah, I agree. Armand Membo.
This now I think
Abdul Carter
falls.
Yeah.
I don't see it any other way.
Yeah, I don't even know what else.
We know Saints are going quarterback.
Abdul Carter. All right. Dude, I think they would
It's Shedeur. It's Shedeur. They like Jackson Dartmoor.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, according to your logic, why would you pass up on Shedeur Sanders?
Jackson Dart or Shedeur?
I think they're going Shedeur. That's just that's what I see them doing.
Fine.
Shedeur.
You heard it here first. Shedeur Sanders will not be a New Orleans Saint.
Okay.
Even though when it happens on Thursday, you'll be laughing in my face. as I'm
I don't
eating
know.
a
I'm
bag
pretty
of
bad.
Doritos
I'm
or
pretty
something
bad with
like
the
that.
mock drafts. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever had one.
I know you are. Believe me, the rest of us know too. You're
Bro,
pretty bad at this.
I okay. I'm not even gonna finish.
Yeah. So you're taking Shedeur.
Yeah, I think they're doing Shedeur. I'm not saying
I
he's
need
good.
DJ.
I'm just
DJ, I
DJ
need
is
you,
always
bro.
on my
Common
side.
sense.
DJ
No,
is
yeah,
never
because he's biased. That's how it is in the group chat. That's how it is here.
because I'm always right.
Uh,
That's why he knows
you're
what's
not always right.
right. He knows what's right. And it's
Me
usually
and
me.
Elijah have beef right now.
Yeah, we do.
Outside of the huddle, we have beef. All right, Shedeur at 9.
All right.
What are the Bears doing?
Ooh, I don't even know. They need a tackle or a guard or something. Or no, I don't know. Maybe Shamar Stewart. I don't even know who their edge rushers are.
Yeah,
Wait,
they could
where's?
go Shamar.
I'm thinking, where's Mike Green? I'm just kidding. No,
No,
Michael Williams.
no, he's not. I mean, they could go Malachi Starks here.
They
I don't
could.
think they want Genty, and I think they're going to try to trade
Wait,
up
do
for
you
him.
think they would
Honestly,
do Amari and Hampton?
no,
Really?
I don't think that fits there. They would go Henderson or Judkins,
Okay.
and Henderson has been trending up a lot recently.
Honestly, I feel like they would trade this pick. I don't even
Maybe.
know what they would do. I mean,
They're
there's
going off
limitations.
it. They're trying to help. They're going to try to help.
Yeah, what tackles left?
Let's just go
Banks?
Kelvin Banks.
Yeah.
Niners. We said in the other week they
Mike
might
Green
trade
last
out.
time.
Shamar Stewart's available. Basically, they just need defensive help, and I think
I
they
would
could
say
go Derek Harmon
Jalen
here.
Walker. Wait, who'd you say?
Derek Harmon.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
Over Jalen
they
Walker?
could go Jalen Walker here.
Because they lost Greenlaw.
Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah,
Okay, sure. Why not?
Jalen Walker.
Yeah. Cowboys. Let's keep this moving.
Dude, who cares?
Yeah.
McMillan? I don't know.
Tet.
Amarian?
Oh yeah, we did talk about this.
Or Hampton.
Sure. Tet.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. Like we said, we're tired. We honestly don't care. Dolphins.
Cornerback is a need.
I think they could go Jahdae Barron here.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Or Derek Harmon.
Yeah. Maybe Derek Harmon.
Or wide receiver. You don't know what the deal is going to be with
Yeah.
Tyreek.
Matthew Golden is
Could go with Buka, Golden.
yeah.
Oh, I could see Buka rocking those Miami colors. I can see that more than Golden.
All right.
But I don't know if they're going wide out.
Yeah, I don't know that they would waste it because they still got Waddle too, so it's not like. And I feel like
Waddle's all right.
I feel like you can't really pass up on like
Harmon?
Derek Harmon or Jahdae Barron. So
All right. Harmon is
all right.
I don't even think that's a good pick. This one,
I don't know.
absolute no-brainer. Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
If he doesn't fall, if he doesn't go earlier. I mean, those teams,
Yeah.
tight end needy teams earlier.
All right, Falcons. They're doing something stupid.
Ben Sauls.
Yeah.
No, because I told you last year, we could go back. We played the right or reach game, and I said Michael Penix was the right pick. You said it was a reach. I said it was the right pick, and look who's right.
I
This
still
guy.
I don't know what has he done yet though. That's the thing. Like he had like a
More than
couple
what
of-
Kirk did for him last
I
year.
mean,
so-
I don't think
well,
he-
he's the starter, so
Fair enough, but
he was the right pick.
we'll see. The
The
only one I will agree with you on is the Lions picking what's his face that you said was
Jameson Williams. Oh, Gibbs.
Gibbs. Yeah. That
Oh
one
yeah, I
I'll
said
agree.
Gibbs was the right pick. Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, he's
Best player in the NFL. Oh, I was thinking about this too. It would have been like a couple years ago, but I said whoever drafts Jameson Williams is making the greatest decision ever. Because
He's
even
not
though he was
that
going,
good,
even though he was going into the draft hurt, I said whoever gets him is getting a steal, and he's nasty. You got to admit, he's nasty. He's good.
Yeah, but he's not hurt.
All right, enough self-praising because Elijah makes me want to.
Yeah, remember whenever
Bash
I
my
won
head.
that the picks game or whatever for this year.
The
The
what?
gauntlet. I won the gauntlet this year, so
But you don't know rookies like I do, bro. Come on.
sure.
Falcons. Who are they
Bro's
taking?
still on Trey Lance. You're still on Trey Lance though, so
I believe in you, Trey. I believe in you. He still
Alright,
could be. That draft class bar is so low right now.
yeah. All right, but Falcons, you
Shamar
can edge.
Stewart could go here.
Yeah, I would just probably take him.
Cool. Falcon or
Yeah, Falcons.
Cardinals are on the clock.
Also edge. Mike Green's there. They could go any defense really. The defense is kind of balls. Sucks. Sorry.
Even after last Wednesday, you haven't learned your lesson left.
No, I gotta put some soap. Get a soap bar later.
DJ is going to be mad when he goes back and listen to this.
Okay.
They need a wide out.
Okay. Marcus.
I think they might get Golden here or
Yeah,
Igbuka. Igbuka
I
was
could
Mark.
see Igbuka. Yeah, I honestly could see him taking Igbuka.
All right, Igbuka. I like it. Bengals. Don't even go to the offense. We're going straight defense on this pick.
Mike Green.
Mike Green is available. I could go. Walter Nolan's there. Jahdae Barron's also available.
Yeah.
I'd go Mike Green.
Yeah. Out of Marshall.
Or they could go. They could go Malachi Starks.
I think
We'll go
they'll
Mike Green.
Mike Green. Yeah, they're gonna lose.
Sure.
What's his face? So
Seahawks on the board.
wide receiver.
Then they can get one later on in the draft, or like sign Keenan Allen at this point. I don't know.
True.
They could go. Oh, LB3's available.
What about
I don't know if they'd reach on Luther Burden though. I wanted to call it a reach,
I
but
don't know. What about
Tyler
tight
Booker,
end?
they need offensive line help.
Do they
Nah,
have a tight
they're
end?
fine with fans.
No offense.
No fan. And they're not necessarily well, Sam Darnold likes his tight ends. Cool,
Yeah.
trade for Hawkinson. I like that. No. You can go Tyler Booker here. I'm not changing my pick. They're going tackle, and it's going to be Josh Simmons.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Joshua Simmons.
Bucks could go Ibuka.
Maybe Malachi
Could go
Starks.
safety.
Yeah.
I think that's what we had last time, and I think it'll be Malachi Starks.
Yeah.
Broncos. I'm going the same pick as last week. I think it's Hampton here.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
All right.
Aaron Hampton.
I don't even know who'll be the
Here's
second one
our-
off the board. But
Yeah, I don't know. You never
Jackson
know.
Dart?
Bro. You already know my
Elijah wants a defensive tackle. Whatever. We'll take Kenneth Grant. Even though Walter Nolan's still available. But I think Grant's better than Nolan.
I don't think any year that I've guessed. No, Najee Harris, I guess. I mocked. But any year that I've mocked for the Steelers has not been close, so.
Great. Let's draft Kenneth Grant. All right.
Kenneth Grant.
That's a Kenneth Grant. Chargers, I think go Jahdae Barron. Or, you know what?
What do they need? Oh, they need.
I don't think they're passing up on Burden here. I don't know how Golden's still available. I don't think they're passing up on Luther Burden.
Okay. So Luther.
I think Luther Burden, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Once again, we do not care. We're trying to go to bed, so we're just
We do
rolling
not
through
care.
this.
Yeah.
Packers, what are you guys doing here?
We are taking Jahdae Barron.
Okay. Still no wide receiver.
Yep.
Vikings. Eminwari could go.
Yeah.
Or I don't know about corner here.
Michael
Trey Amos
Williams.
tonight, first round.
I don't know. I would probably say,
Eminwari.
yeah.
I feel like they could get a guy in the second round in Makuba or Watts, but
It's
once
true.
again, it's the first round mock, and we don't care. Eminwari, Viking.
We do not. Texans.
I think Golden could go here.
Yeah.
They need offensive line help desperately.
Did Ibuka already go? Did we? Yeah. Wait, where?
Yeah, Ibuka went.
Okay.
Cardinals, which could have been a reach, but Connerly's still here. He's, I think, outside of first-round talent. I think they could go Tyler Booker.
Okay. I'm with that.
Okay. Rams, they need defense. I think this one's Jahad Campbell.
Yeah, I agree.
Ravens.
Matthew Golden. No.
Nah, they
usually draft offensive line or defense.
Defense.
Michael Williams is still there, and Walter Nolan's there. Not that they need a defensive tackle, really, but, I mean, he's
I think they would go Michael Williams or... No, they're not drafting Watts first round. I want to do Michael Williams.
Yeah, we'll just go. Who cares?
Can we just draft him Shiloh Sanders just because we don't like him?
Yeah.
All right, Michael Williams to the Ravens. Lions. They need a guard.
They need defense desperately.
They need defense. Gray Zabel's there.
Score's there. James Pierce Jr.
I think we did do James Pierce Jr. to them last time.
All right. You want that again, or
but
you want something else?
They can get wideout too. There are talks that J-Mo might get traded.
Yeah.
I don't know about Golden though.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's go. Scorton or James Pierce?
JPJ.
All right. Bills. I think they need wide receiver. Oh, no. Washington's up. They need defense.
Yeah, they also need a wide receiver. No, they got Debo. Never mind. I mean, he's
no Diami Brown, though.
Yeah.
They could get Scorton here, or what's the linebackers looking like?
Yeah, Scorton's probably your.
They could go Golden. Terry, Golden.
Yeah, that's what I was really originally thinking.
Let's screw the Bills over, shall we?
Yes.
All right. Golden. To the...
Now, the Bills...
Commanders.
Are interesting.
Jackson Dart.
Here's the thing, because
Josh Allen to the Steelers. Yeah, James Cook could be holding out, but I think they would wait to the second round to try to draft one of those guys late.
That's true. There's not really a guy that I would say first.
Or trade up for it.
They could go tight end again. I'm just kidding. I mean, Walter Nolan, edge. They do need an edge. Nick Scorton.
I think they could go defensive tackle here.
All right, yeah.
I think they would go Walter Nolan.
Yeah.
31 Chiefs.
Gray Zabel.
I think Zabel here too. And then the Eagles. Could go edge. Could go Scorton. We already took Pierce.
Yeah.
Let's just go Scorton.
Good job. Here's our...
What a day, what an episode. And next time you see us, we'll be reviewing all these picks. So, who will the Steelers take? Who knows?
Not Shedeur. Please don't.
It's not going to be anybody Elijah wants. So, I'm Levi Jenkins alongside here with Elijah Cower. It has been one heck of a night. And we will see you all next week.
Peace.